All right, great. I'm gonna start because I just want to focus on the application tonight since it's and
Uh-oh.
hopefully we can get it done before that too. We're in. What happened?
I lost you for a
Your
second.
audio was stuttering.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is it better now?
Fine.
Where was I? Hopefully we can get it done beforehand. We're almost done. Most of the things have been uploaded to the actual state website with descriptions. We just have maybe 10 left to do. An update we had with Bob's doing the community GHG report. We added another 16 points to our total. So I think we have around 158 points now that we're going to submit for. So the last thing that we're looking for that we need is the PE9 climate change education engagement. I know last time, Sworn, you said you were working on some of the things there, and there was the town board resolution was passed last Tuesday too, which was a component of that action. So once we kind of get that together, and if you have any updates on that.
Yeah, I do have the document done at this point. I'm still working through the town website to try and gather. Well, I have the Summerfest event at that point, but I'm looking for all the community solar events we did with Sustainable Westchester. I found Bob's presentation, so that's also being submitted with it. And I've written up a short document including the resolution that Kira kindly helped us get through and draft on that end. But as it relates to the community solar campaigns, I don't know how many events we did with Sustainable Westchester to promote it. But if anyone else has access to those, I just need to collect that.
That is available on the town website. I came across it recently.
Where did you find it? I've been struggling.
I did a search. I did a search on the website for community solar. I believe it was around November 2020.
I must have overlooked it then. I will do digging and I will reach out to you, Sarah, if I still am unable to find all of the events.
Okay, yeah, let me take a look while we're on the call.
Okay, but that's about it for PE9. I'll share that folder with you guys either later tonight or tomorrow morning. But other than that, at this point, PE9 is ready to rock and roll. I've also included the tree law and some of the watershed protections that we have in the town to fall under the climate adaptation front. As to get the full 8 points, we need both mitigation and adaptation included. And it's very similar to what Croton had as per what Robin was able to dig up. So that side of the application is definitely done. I haven't done anything on the description side, but Kira, Robin, what are the 10 actions remaining? Otherwise, I can jump in and help out on those descriptions most likely by Friday.
A lot of the descriptions have been written, so the 10 we're just looking on. I'm just pulling it up here.
Oh, and just briefly, well, so I was thinking of the community solar presentation done by Nina Orville, which is on the CSC task force page on the Town of Yorktown website. That's the video I was thinking of.
But we didn't we have other events with Sustainable Westchester other than that just one?
There was also a meeting on CCA that Dan Welsh presented at, but that's not community solar, but that would probably qualify as community outreach.
That is true. Well, we don't have a CCA in the town, so I don't know if that necessarily, well,
it was the very first meeting to discuss it. So, I mean, it's still relevant, I think, whatever you think.
We can include that in the document, in the folder. I mean, I think it just makes a stronger case. I don't know why I was under the impression, and I was digging for, I thought we did multiple events related to community solar. Weren't there
Well,
some
I
church
think,
events and such that we had done?
no. I mean, Sustainable Westchester presented to the board separately. As
Were there
Sustainable
flyers and
Westchester,
such?
they partnered with Yorktown 100, for example, on clean heating and cooling. I don't know if, and I think, if if Matt joins those calls, does it qualify as, being co-sponsored by CSC? I mean, because we're all there, right? Paul, Bob, and myself are all on those calls each time. So I'm thinking, Bob, of like when Lauren Broy, Brois, co-presented on the clean energy. Did we have another one with Sustainable Westchester as well?
Well, we did, Laura Cosbar did one on buying clean electricity.
Well, I'm thinking specifically that Sustainable Westchester presented.
I thought they did.
Oh, yeah, I think they did on one with Laura as well.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I'm
right.
saying. I think they were in 2 of our Yorktown 100 meetings.
And since those are completely open to the public, right, those are community presentations. And as I said, Paul, Bob, and myself representing CSC, I don't see why we couldn't put them on the list as examples of community outreach and education.
And I assume you're including the memo that Matt sent about community solar to all the residents, right? That's part of outreach also, right?
The formal letter that was sent to every resident.
Right. Nobody else has done that I'm aware of in towns. Maybe, but I'm just not aware of it. But that's a significant outreach. Every single, I
Yeah,
think, household got it.
I'll find that letter and scan it to add to the folder.
Great.
Mhm.
That's all I can think of.
But yeah, that's about all I have included in the PE9 docs and the write-ups that I've done. Again, I'll share it with you guys later tonight, but or tomorrow morning. Yeah, PE9 wise, we should be ready to rock and roll and get all the 8 points. I reviewed what was required in the doc, so we should definitely be above the quota, and it seems very similar, if not well over what Croton did to receive the 8 points. So we should be good on that priority action as well.
Yeah, the only other thing I can mention, which is not really CSC, but I'm with Sarah, I'm here to help. A few of us met with the Yorktown High School students on climate change and gave a presentation. If you want, I can send you the date. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, since you and Sarah did it,
No, it was me and Laura and Susan.
Okay.
I'll send you a note. I'll just send you a note. You can include it or not. I'll give you the date and who we met with. How about
Okay.
that? The worst happens, you don't include it. I'm just trying to think of everything we did that was community outreach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we're still well over just with the things that I reviewed, but my only pending question was if there were multiple community solar outreach campaigns, flyers, anything along those lines, because we had such a huge turnout and signups. I don't know. I spent quite a number of hours digging to see if there were other options, but other than that, I think we should be good on PE9. I'll upload everything, as I mentioned, into the folder for everyone to review later tonight.
Just to clarify too, because on our spreadsheet and on the state website, we were only going for 4 points. So you're saying that we do have the mitigation and adaptation for a total of 8.
Correct.
Okay, so then we make those updates.
So just to close my open item, rather than sending a note, on June 10th, we met with the Yorktown High School AP Science class and covered climate change and what they can do to mitigate it. Got that, Swana? You're on mute.
Noting it down, so.
Okay. If you know, if you want to use it.
Yeah, can you say the date again? I missed that.
June 10th,
Okay.
7:30 a.m. class.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think that level we need.
No, I'm just,
I'm surprised if you got any engagement out of high school students at 7:30.
they looked very sleepy, but I'm not going to put that in the report.
Okay, cool stuff. I have that included as well.
What, anything else, Kyra, that, should I say Kira or Kyra? I always
I was
get
just gonna say, it's Kira.
Kira. Okay, sorry. I've been meaning to ask you.
My whole life I've been Kyra Bruner, so I'm
Yeah.
used to it. There was one other thing.
Since you were looking at your website, Sarah, is there anything else I should put on there? On your page?
That's what it was, Robin.
The CSC page, you mean?
Yeah.
Mhm. Because we're going to be uploading that page for local climate action website for submission. So if there's any documents or reports that you guys want to showcase on there.
So I was going to say, Bob, have we nailed the date for the EV car show?
Yeah, it's going to be July 12th. I mean, not 12th, 18th. Sorry.
Okay, I was going to say a Monday is not going to cut it.
And it's very strong, unless something comes up, it's July 18th.
Okay, so since we're going to co-sponsor that with Yorktown 100. I don't see why we couldn't. Number one, we can get it on the town calendar, and number two, we can just upcoming event, and that could be on the CSC page as well.
So I guess this is for Robin. Remember, we do have to post those greenhouse gas reports for the public to see. Where would they be? Should we put them on this page, or do you have something else in mind?
They're there under supporting document.
Oh, they're there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very good. You're ahead of me. Thank you. Wonderful.
Are you going to make a flyer for the EV car show?
Yes,
Because I'm probably
we
going to
will.
have to put it separately, because July 18th is not going to show up on this list for me to screen capture on the left, because only 3 at a time show up.
Yes, we can put together a flyer.
So I want to I'll put it under the 2 PowerPoints, probably special.
Do you want to spend a moment on, I don't know if you guys saw, I had an idea after your discussion, your ideas, Robin, I sent you some, what the poster might look like. Do you want me to share that? I just did it like 15 minutes ago.
I thought you sent
Can I share screen?
yeah. Hold on. It said it was a PowerPoint. It
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't think it had anything about the poster though.
It's the poster for the EV car show. Well, it's because I didn't specifically put EV car show on it to keep it generic in case we do other climate smart communities task force events. Or you could put it up if you want.
You could share. What you shared was, it says this is the Climate Smart Communities Task Force. It's just a PowerPoint about what you're going to do. I don't know if that's what you meant.
Yeah, well, so what we're thinking about for the car show is we have a Yorktown 100 banner. It's actually a banner that's being made. Just says Yorktown 100, nothing else, driving greenhouse, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, something like that. And then we felt there needs to be something to show that Yorktown's Climate Smart Communities Task Force is hosting this. So I made this to show that the town has a piece of this. And then we can have a third banner or poster that just says EV car show. Because I feel like if
Could
we
you
had,
share what you're talking about? Are we talking about a logo or a banner for the CSC
oh, I can
task
share
force?
now. I can share. Where did it go? Hold on a second. I had it open. I got too many things open. Give me a second. PowerPoint. There it is. Oh, show all windows. For some reason, I guess I got, oh, here it is. Okay. Too many things open. Can you see that okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
So this is just a banner we could put, Town of Yorktown, it just to let them know who we are. Just an idea. If you think we should put EV car show on, we can. But then I'm afraid that we can only use this for EV car shows. We might want to have other community outreach events that we participate in, like the Grange Fair or other things where we just want to have a booth set up and hand out brochures or something like that.
Right.
It was just,
Yes.
it's a first pass. I'm very open to any input.
Yeah, I
What
think,
color is the Yorktown 100 banner? Green?
Yeah, yeah, I can probably get it for you in a little, it's on Slack. Do we know how to, I don't know.
I don't think we should have the New York State logo until we're qualified.
That's fine.
I would take that out.
What do you
and I
guys
would
think?
Make the climate smart communities bigger and the task force bigger, put it on 2 lines.
Anybody good with that?
Mm-hmm.
We could have used this on Saturday because we had to explain to people who we were.
Well, you should have made one, Paul.
Well, is this going to be a big banner? Or what?
Something like this. You happier now? I'm not
Oh, I'm
being,
never happy, but I'm happier, yes.
I'm working on it.
That's fine. Just without the bullet.
Without the bullet?
yeah. don't
You
need
mean
to-
leave the text and get rid of the bullet or just get rid of the whole thing?
Yes, yes. No, just get rid of the bullet, not the sentence.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Originally I had a bunch of bullets and then I kept cutting it down.
And above climate smart communities task force, there's still some space. I would put town of Yorktown.
Mhm.
I know you've got the seal, which is great. I think that's better.
Oh, you know, it's funny. I actually was thinking that, is it jump out enough that people look at this logo and see Town of Yorktown or not?
No, no one reads anything.
So let's just say we were going to make this banner up. It's a town thing. Robin, you pointed out you're not sure how to pay for it. Do we need help on how to make something like this?
No, we know where to get it, but
don't
somebody's
do
gonna
much
have to pay for it.
That would be Mr. Slater.
Yes. Yes, let Matt pay for it. Let Matt pay for it.
So I can send
You
you,
wanna bring that up with him, Kira? By the way, you said this was a good idea. Start off with that.
Well, he'll
you
definitely
know
have
what? You know what? The town has gotten from all of us tens of thousands of dollars worth of free work. So this is like a $60 item. So I'm hoping we can swing it.
Yes, IBM used to ask $350 an hour for my consulting.
Yeah, and I would be in the same ballpark.
That
So
doesn't mean they ever got it, but that's what they asked.
no, but you'd see what a consultant would charge to do that greenhouse gas emissions thing. And you'd say, wow, this guy Bob's okay.
Maybe there should be a period after Yorktown or not, I don't know.
No, I don't think you need it.
Not on a poster or a
Okay,
banner.
and I'm open to changing this text, but I wanted something that would engage them to say, we need, sort of like, we need you to work with us. We can't do this by ourselves. So that was just a first pass. Sarah, I know you always have good
Yeah,
ideas.
I think we should work on the tagline. But anyway, we have time. If we go to Signs Inc. in Yorktown, we can get it with, about a week to 10-day turnaround. So we're in good shape for July 18th. So we'll nail the final design, we'll circulate it, get everyone's okay, make sure we understand who's paying for it, and then put the order in.
Well, I'm done with this part. So if anybody, I'll send it to, I'll reload it it's in the shared drive.
Okay,
I put the backup pages just but there's too much text on them. Just things I had made, which are, this is actually what it's about, but it's too much, I think. And this was an attempt at who we are, but I think that's too much. I lean towards keeping it simple.
yeah,
Yes,
But
I would get rid of in Yorktown.
mhm.
That's obvious. And then if you want to change work with us, if you want it to say something else.
Yeah, I think. we
Help
got
or
to get rid
whatever.
of the work with us. And it should be more about, engaging and educating community to reduce greenhouse gases or something, but we'll work on the language. I don't want to.
Well, I don't want to, I was thinking more about what we want from them as opposed to what we're going to do. Like we need them to engage some, I mean, so think about how to make that point. Okay, so I'll put this in a drive. Everybody can edit it, and then we need to wrap it up in I really think we should wrap this up by the end of this week so we can get it to the printers, and then Matt's going to have to figure out the funding. So let's target by the end of Friday, it's edited and complete, if that's okay with everybody. I'm good. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. I can stop sharing.
So quickly circling back to the checklist items. In regards to the 10 remaining items that required descriptions, Kara, what are those action items and what were the challenges with them? I can take a look at them hopefully later tonight, or we all could, because
Let's
I
put
do
them
want to
on
make sure.
screen now and try to clear them.
Sure.
share.
Whichever you guys think is more efficient.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Robin too, but I mean, some of them it's just like we haven't gotten to them, so I don't know if we have exactly like a problem with them yet. But I'll share anyway, so we can see. I have to move you guys here too. Okay. I mean, so like these, it's basic summaries in a way. We're gonna upload Bob's now that we know which things he wants to upload, what documents are for uploading. Environmentally preferable purchasing policy still needs to be written. Power purchase agreement for renewables. Community.
Does that just say, some of them just said like describe what you're uploading. So if it just is, this is our policy, it was adopted this day or whatever.
Right. Yeah, some we don't have to go into too much detail on. Just to go through them though. The smart growth
6.2, I think I wrote something.
on the state website.
No, like in a Word document.
Oh, okay. All right, so go back.
Because I did that one and I did the bicycle and the bicycle one, I think.
The bicycle one. Okay. Complete streets planning and infrastructure. Oh, this one.
Yeah, all these planning ones, I think those ones I have.
All right. I'll go through them tomorrow too and find them. Local forestry, tree planting, cooling centers, buy local, buy green. Pace, we're gonna write, we discussed that earlier, me and Robin. PE9, we'll see what Spornoff has to upload and sum it up. And then the last three, local climate action, that's our town website. Or the CSC page on the town website, we'll sum it up. Social media, we have a lot of things for, and then battery storage. So, you know, it's like just little things right now that we have to just finish up.
I think most of it we just haven't gotten to, the ones that are
Yeah.
missing.
Right. And I would say that most of the supporting documents are in the drive already, or we know where they are. So it's just coming down to just uploading it all onto the thing. Going, you know, talking about, since we're basically almost there to submission, do you guys want to review before we hit submit on, you know, what's been uploaded in the description? Like, how do you want to work that? Or are you comfortable with whatever's written is good?
I think trust is important. So
Okay.
do you
Well,
want to check? Do you want to check any of my math? I'm just
No.
teasing.
You don't want.
So yeah, I'm fine with it. And honestly, I have my son and daughter and granddaughter in next week, so I'm probably going to not want to spend much time on this. So
Okay.
I mean, I'd recommend, to the extent possible, you know, each of us can, you know, try to look at some of the items and just, you know, if for no other reason to give Robin and Kira some comfort that we as committee members are blessing this, that would be good. But certainly I don't think you should feel like you need to get an official sign off by us, and we certainly don't want to act as a bottleneck.
and if you have a specific area, you know, something you really want help on, just contact, you know, if there's one you really feel like you want to, you know, kick around or something, you need input on.
Right. Okay.
I'm happy to get on the phone next week. I have to take care of some personal obligations that are kind of eating away at me over the last couple of weeks. So next week I can definitely sit on the phone and, you know, kind of go through it if that is proven to be helpful. But I'll definitely go take a look at the descriptions and such and see if I have any comments I can provide later this week.
Okay. Yeah, great. We'll touch base next week then and see. You know, we'll send out. Hopefully, it's my goal is to be done before next Friday too. So we feel really comfortable about that. And yeah, so we'll send out a reminder email. If anyone wants to look, they can look, and then it'll be done. So
Awesome. And then we can move on to silver
yeah.
and start the whole process all over again a year
When's
later.
that deadline? Do we have some time?
Hey, maybe we'll get, so how many points do you need for silver?
I think it's like 250,
Oh.
300. We're not getting silver on this run.
Yeah, I saw County Executive Latimer on Monday at a press conference unveiling some EV chargers at county parks. And he'd also indicated that they had received notification that Westchester County had achieved bronze certification. And he indicated that they had submitted 140 points worth of documentation and hit the, you know, the amount that they needed, I guess the 120 or 125.
I feel pretty confident that we'll probably end up getting silver pretty quickly. Also, given we have the EV charging thing coming down the pipeline, that'll be a big boatload of points. If we can make the CCA work for the town and favorable for the residents, then I think that's going to be a big boatload of points. So we have some really big priority actions, and I think we'll have access to more government funding, which means the town won't have any cost basis, and at the same time we'll be moving forward on a lot of things. So I think I think if we shoot for December, we'll land around July next year and probably get the silver cert by then. And I think all things government take a little bit of extra time naturally. So I think we're well on our way.
Do we know what the turnaround time is between when we submit and when we would typically hear back?
No idea. I haven't heard anything in any of the calls. But I'd imagine a 30-day kind of first notification turnaround unless they have an influx of applications, which at least from my call or our call that Matt and I think Kara, you were on, Robin, I think maybe you were on also on that call. But every time we spoke with Carla, I believe she mentioned that it's purely dependent on the number of people that apply, and supposedly it gets busier closer to the application time. So I guess it depends. If no town other than Yorktown is applying, then we should hear back sooner. But I think a 30-day window is probably realistic for waiting back on any notification or status update. We can follow up. An email costs nothing.
Well, good. All right. Well, I'm good. All my questions are answered and ready to rock and roll tomorrow. So thank you all so much for your help and input and getting this done. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you
we're so
for
fortunate.
carrying the
Team effort.
application workload.
Exactly. All team.
Alrighty, everyone.
Our the next meeting's in July 14th, I believe. So we got some time in between.
It'll be our normal second Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, and I think Sworn we're gonna do a Zoom link for all meetings, and then if you want to,
Sweet.
I'll send that to you, and you can do the Google Invite calendar
Cool stuff.
thing.
That
you
way
said.
everyone has it on their calendar.
Exactly.
Sounds like a game plan.
Link, so
Awesome.
we'll work that. All right.
Awesome.
luck.
I do have to take this call. So
All right.
thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye.